Hey everybody, it's Paul's Day Off. Kelly and I went on a little trip this past weekend to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. In that area, Gatlinburg, Sevierville, Pigeon Forge. I don't remember what the name of the other little towns around there are. Kodak. Anyway, so while we were there, I did make a couple stops on the Tennessee Whiskey Trail. I don't know if y'all, it's kind of cool. Nice little thing to do while you're out there. We did, first off, I'll tell you, I did stop in a liquor store there in town. And if you're going into, Gatlinburg, bring your liquor, guys. Okay, anyway, so I went to the beer, wine, liquor superstore. Outside it has a neon sign that says, this is the one they told you about. And I'm sure what they told you about was, dang, those prices were high. We went in, we did buy a couple things. They weren't marked, and so, I thought, well, how high can they be? Well, I found out. Anyway, and we just bought small things, mind you, because the big things were labeled. Just the small things weren't, and we thought, oh, it can't be but so much. Anyway, so we got a thing of, Kelly got a little mini bottle of Old Smoky Blackberry. And yeah, we were going into Old Smoky later, which we did. Well, actually, no, we didn't go to that Old Smoky. But nonetheless, we were heading into town. But we just picked up that mini bottle because she wanted the one. This was a blackberry flavored. All right. And then I got this right here, which was Smoke Lab. I just like the way it looked and all, It's vodka, and it came in at $1.49, which isn't, terrible for, a mini bottle. All right. And then we got this. This is Hypnotic. Is that correct? Anyway, got that. And we also bought a 12-pack of Busch Light. They had apple, and we hadn't seen any, and Kelly really liked the peach that was last year, so she wanted to get the apple. And I said, oh, go ahead and get it, because in my mind, I said, go ahead and get it. And I'm thinking, how much could it be? Okay, how much can it be? $25 for a 12-pack of beer. So anyway, yeah, and those were the good prices. I say good prices. No, I don't know if they had anything that was close to MSRP, truly, guys. One of the first things I saw on the shelf was Burnham's Wheated Whiskey, and that's usually about $45 here in North Charleston, and it was $199. And I was looking, trying to decide, wait, is this one, what is special about this? I did record a video of it. When I get it put together, I'll post it. And this is just going over, this is just a haul video of what we got while we were there as far as liquor, so I can put some of this stuff up. All right. And then after that, the first place we went, as far as around there, was we went to Sugarlands Distillery. Sugarlands was a great time, guys. If you're in the area and you're going to go to one of the little tasting rooms, go to Sugarlands. But go to Sugarlands last. Why? Because as far as I know, Sugarlands is probably the best. I tell you guys, it's nothing against some of the other guys, okay? Because, we went to Old Forge and Old Tennessee, and Old Smoky. And I'll go over those in just a minute anyway. But, yeah, Sugarlands, the person that you do the tasting with, they're very flamboyant, very vibrant. They interact with you really well, and they make you feel like, like they care whether or not you're there. So it was a really good time. Me and Kel went there. She really enjoyed it. Didn't you, Kel?
I did.
Yeah. She was shaking her head. Sometimes she forgets that we can't hear when she shakes her head. Anyway, so here's what we picked up from Sugarlands. We got this right here. This is, this one is Mark and Digger's Hazelnut Rum. This was really tasty, guys.
Yum. Rum.
Kelly's a fan of rum anyway. And this one right here was one that she didn't think she'd necessarily like, but she ended up loving it. And this is the Apple Pie Shine. All right. This right here, what you want to do, what they show you a little trick with it, and it's pretty cool. When you're done, you breathe in, breathe out, and you get 2 different flavors on the breath in and the breath out. And I found that interesting. But this one right here was not part of a tasting. The next 2 things I got weren't. But this one right here, at the back of there, there's a bar, and you can go and just taste different ones. If they didn't have what you wanted to taste, if you saw one that you wanted to taste and it wasn't part of the tasting, because you only taste 13, and I say only 13 because there's 40 flavors probably. There's a lot, and so you got this one right here that I was just showing you. That is it's maple bacon moonshine. That was freaking fantastic. Won't drink it a whole lot, but when I do, it'll be nice. All right, and this right here is an actual. This right here is a straight rye whiskey. This is cask strength. This is their product. It's called Romy Man. This particular bottle comes in at 109.2 proof. So that makes it, what is that, 55 almost percent, 54.6% alcohol. All right. And then we did go to Old Smoky. Old Smoky, when I went in there, I did have a bit of a bad time with them, but it's okay. It was what it was. We did have a tasting there. The person that we had the tasting with was great. He was fine, but if we had gone to him first, we probably would have thought he was better than he was. By the way, at the first place, I'm sorry, I did mean to mention this. The first place we went to a Sugarland, we had Stephanie. Stephanie's great. Seemed like the other guys that were there looked pretty good too, but they didn't get Stephanie. Ask her Stephanie, all right? All right, now we went to Old Smoky. The one we went to is the Barrel House, because downtown Gatlinburg, they have the Barrel House and they have the Holler. We didn't go to the Holler. We went to the Barrel House, and maybe we should have gone to the Holler, but we didn't. That'll be something for next time. This right here is what I picked up. This is the James Owensby. This is 6-year Tennessee straight bourbon. This is 94 proof, 47% alcohol. That's what I picked up at Old Smoky. All right. And then we went, next day, we drove into Pigeon Forge, that area, on our way out. We went to, what was her name? Old Forge. I don't have the receipt from them. We went to Old Forge. And Old Forge we picked up a couple different things there as well. This one right here is a elderflower Tennessee liqueur. This was very tasty. I've got a couple mixed drinks that I wanted to make that needed elderflower liqueur. I thought, hey, since I can pick some up, let's do it here. And then this one right here is Ironclad Rum. This is 114 proof. And again, like I say, Kelly's my rum person, so. But both of these were rums. So, all right. And then I also picked up, though I didn't taste it ahead of time, this is Cyclone Jim. And I wasn't going to worry about it. I figured, well, I'll just pick it up, next time, taste it, whatever. This is a 12-year Tennessee bourbon. And it came with a handmade whiskey tasting glass. So, little gift set, limited edition thing. I don't know. I mean, I'm a sucker for gift sets anyway, guys. Y'all know that if you know anything about me. So, there's the bottle. It's a 375. Okay. And then this, Kelly, is the tasting glass. I hadn't had it out of the package. So,
I didn't know it came with something.
yeah. I told you it did. But anyway, so that's my Cyclone Jim tasting glass. Kelly didn't realize it came with anything. And this right here is talking about, there's a little paperwork on the Cyclone Jim snifter that we got. They call it a whiskey snifter, which, you know, sounds good. Because it was one of those things, I truly was going to just leave it alone. And I thought, you know, maybe I'll pick it up next time or something like that. And the girl at the register goes, now, that's a, what'd she say, Kel? She said, that's a, you know, special release. And when it's gone, it's gone. And there were truly like 2 dozen on the shelf. So I went ahead and picked it up. So, you know, she did her job. So if the guys from Old Forge are listening, your cashier, at least that day, was doing her job. All right. Now, this right here is from Old Tennessee Distillery. This was our last stop before we kicked out of town. And this, they make Dumpling Creek moonshine. This one right here is Pumpkin Patch. Those of you that don't know, Kelly is a Halloween birthday, so she's always pumpkin-y. And I picked up this one. This is, even though it's legal, it's moonshine. All right? It's not illegal whiskey, but that is moonshine. This is 140.7. So in other words, it is a hazmat. It's not anything you can take on an airplane with you. So, you know, just throwing it out there for what it's worth. All right. Now, we went into, like I said, I got this. Now, what you do with your Tennessee Trail, if you get this, or you can download the app, either way. All right. When you go in, when you're paying for stuff, you get them to stamp you, and you can see where I got my stamps for the different places. Okay. Well, here's the first place I went to. This is Sugarland. Each one of them give us a poker chip. And this one's from Old Forge. And this one's from Old Tennessee. And you may have noticed somebody didn't give me a poker chip. Okay. I didn't worry about making a fuss about it or anything because it's not my style. I guess I just get at them on the on YouTube. No, but anyway, yeah. So I did get the stamp from Old Smoky. I just didn't get a poker chip. So we'll check about that with them directly. But anyway, so that was our trip to Gatlinburg, and you see that's my whiskey haul, and whew, yeah, got a lot of tasting to do, guys. I'm Paul. It better be my day off. Y'all like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.
Sounded really good, baby. I liked it.
Ooh, good. Everybody knows you did.